Welcome friends. In this part, we will discuss symbols and terms used in genetics, which is also called as genetic terminology. Right? Symbols and terms. Symbols and terms used in genetics, जिनका दूसरा नाम है, हम लोग इस क्वेश्चन को जेनेटिक टर्मिनोलॉजी इन जेनेटिक्स, जेनेटिक टर्मिनोलॉजी। आपको पता है मनी सिंबल्स, many terms are used by geneticists in genetics, right? And some of these terms and symbols, these were used by Mendel also. Maximum of these terms, जैसे मैं अभी आपको कुछ terms symbols बता दूंगा, तो ये maximum of them were used by Mendel also. Now let us go for symbols. English alphabets. Let me write down here symbols. Symbols, when I say symbols, it means initial letters. English alphabets. Alphabets were used by Mendel to represent फैक्टर्स को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए मेंडल ने अल्फाबेट्स का इस्तेमाल किया था। कैसे इस्तेमाल किया था? Mendel used capital letters for dominant characters. Dominant characters के लिए मेंडल ने इस्तेमाल किया था कैपिटल लेटर। जैसे अगर मैं यहां पे लिखूं टॉलनेस और टॉल, दिस वॉज ए कैरेक्टर ऑफ ए प्लांट, इसको रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए कैपिटल लेटर लिखा टी। इसी तरह से लोअर केस लेटर्स that means small letters were used for recessive characters जैसे dwarfness, it is a recessive character, or to be dwarf, right? It's a recessive character. इसके लिए लोअर केस लेटर का इस्तेमाल किया, राइट? टी, स्मॉल टी। यहां पे आपके जहन में क्वेश्चन आएगा, सर अगर टॉल के लिए ये टॉल कैरेक्टर था डोमिनेंट, राइट? इसके लिए आप कह रहे हैं कि हमें कैपिटल लेटर का इस्तेमाल करना चाहे। हमने टॉल को रिप्रेजेंट किया इंग्लिश अल्फाबेट कैपिटल टी से, तो फिर मैं आपको कह रहा हूं कि ड्वार्फ के लिए ये रिसेसिव कैरेक्टर है ड्वार्फ, तो इसके लिए हमें स्मॉल लोअर केस लेटर का इस्तेमाल करना है। तो आप कहते हैं कि हमने स्मॉल टी इस्तेमाल किया, मेंडल ने स्मॉल टी किया। क्यों ना यहां पे डी, या अगर ड्वार्फ की जगह शॉर्ट होता तो एस, स्मॉल एस क्यों नहीं लिखा, राइट? इट इज कन्वीनियंट टू यूज capital T for tall plants and small t, lowercase t for dwarf plants, right? Why? Because if we will use tall, अगर हम tall के लिए capital T इस्तेमाल करेंगे, right? And we will use dwarf के लिए small s, या स्मॉल डी, शॉर्ट हैंड ऑफ इस्तेमाल करेंगे। इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, हमें ये फिर बाद में वी कॉन्ट रिमेंबर दैट दिस कैपिटल टी एंड स्मॉल डी ड्वार्फ are the characters or traits of the same character, traits of the same character, height। ये रीजन है। कभी कभी आप कहते हैं, कोई क्वेश्चन बच्चा पूछ करता है, सर आप कहते हैं कि टॉल के लिए टी इस्तेमाल किया मेंडल ने, कैपिटल टी, ड्वार्फ के लिए स्मॉल टी, ड्वार्फ के लिए क्यों नहीं स्मॉल डी और स्मॉल एस, शॉर्ट, राइट? कन्वीनियंट रहता है अगर हम डोमिनेंट कैरेक्टर यानी कि टॉल के लिए डी इस्तेमाल करेंगे और रिसेसिव कैरेक्टर यानी कि डॉर्फ के लिए स्मॉल टी इस्तेमाल करेंगे। अगर हम कैपिटल टी टॉल के लिए एंड स्मॉल डी या स्मॉल एस डॉर्फ के लिए इस्तेमाल करेंगे, हम आगे चलते चलते एक्सपेरिमेंट्स करते करते मेंडल ये याद नहीं रह सकता था, उसको ये मेंडल कुड हैव नॉट रिमेंबर्ड दैट कैपिटल टी एंड स्मॉल डी और स्मॉल एस आर द ट्रेट्स ऑफ द सेम कैरेक्टर। ये रीजन है कि वाई हम टॉल के लिए कैपिटल टी और ड्वार्फ के लिए इसी कैपिटल टी, इसी टी का स्मॉल फॉर्म इस्तेमाल करते हैं, राइट? दीज वर द सिंबल्स यूज्ड बाय इंग्लिश अल्फाबेट्स यूज्ड बाय मैन, राइट? नाउ अब मसला ये है, कोई बोल रहा है सर ऐसा क्यों, ऐसा क्यों है, हमारे पास अब दो कैरेक्टर्स हैं, एक है टॉल, राइट? इसके लिए हम कैपिटल टी इस्तेमाल करते हैं, राइट? हाँ, तो यहां पे हमारा ड्वार्फ है, राइट? इसके लिए हम स्मॉल टी इस्तेमाल करते हैं, ठीक है? ऐसा क्यों नहीं हो सकता है कि हम टॉल के लिए स्मॉल टी और ड्वार्फ के लिए कैपिटल टी, इससे कोई फर्क पड़ता? हाँ, जरूर पड़ता, क्योंकि मेंडल कैपिटल टी टॉल प्लांट के लिए इस्तेमाल इसलिए कर रहा था क्योंकि दिस टॉलनेस ऑफ पी प्लांट्स इन हिज गार्डन, दिस वाज अ वाइल्ड टाइप कैरेक्टर। वी यूज कैपिटल टी फॉर टॉल प्लांट्स बिकॉज दिस टॉलनेस ऑफ पी प्लांट्स, दिस वाज द वाइल्ड टाइप कैरेक्टर। व्हाट वाज इट? इट वाज अ वाइल्ड टाइप कैरेक्टर। Okay, I will tell you what is a wild type character, right? And we use small t for a mutant type character, mutant type character. Now, what is this wild type character and what is this mutant type character? वाइल्ड टाइप कैरेक्टर के लिए हम लोग कैपिटल टी इस्तेमाल करते थे, यानी कि टॉल के लिए। म्यूटेंट टाइप कैरेक्टर के लिए हम लोग स्मॉल टी इस्तेमाल करते थे। दैट मीन्स कि हम लोग डॉर्फ के लिए इस्तेमाल कर रहे थे। वाई? हम नहीं, आज भी हम करते हैं, बट दिस प्रैक्टिस वाज फर्स्ट प्रैक्टिस्ड बाय मेंडल ने ये पहले किया था। ऐसा वाइल्ड टाइप कैरेक्टर इज अ कैरेक्टर विच इज अ नेचुरली ऑकरिंग कैरेक्टर, which is the original character. Normally, under natural conditions, pea plants are tall. These pea plants in the garden of, Mendel were tall. Hence, he used capital T for wild type character. Right? Now, mutant type character. These mutant type characters are those characters which deviate from wild type character, which show mutation, and as a result, dwarf plants are formed. Hence, Mendel ने इस्तेमाल किया small t for dwarf plants. Why? Because these dwarf plants were mutant type character. They were showing mutant type character. This dwarfness was a mutant type character. Because some tall plants showed deviation from the wild type character. What does that mean? They showed mutation and they created new type of phenotype, which was dwarf. So more common, widespread in occurrence, naturally occurring was the tall plant, a pea. It's the reason why Mendel used capital T for it. While as dwarf plants in his God, those were, those were mutant type characters because they were formed by a mutation, because they were formed as a result of deviation from wild type character. This was the reason why Mendel preferred to use capital T for tall plants and small t for, dwarf plants. Right? Now, these were symbols, how he used to assign symbols, capital T, small t, capital T to the tall plants and small t to the dwarf plants. Now, let's come to the terms, genetic terms. Those were some sort of symbols, letters, right? Now come to these terms. First term which Mendel used, that was a character. Character. What is a character? Character is the morphological and physiological feature of an organism. If I will define character, it's not that character dila hai, character acha hai. No, it's not like that. These are heredity characters, I'm telling you, right? Character is a morphological and physiological feature of an organism. Feature of an organism. कैरेक्टर से हम एक ऑर्गेनिज्म को पहचानते हैं. जैसे हाइट एक कैरेक्टर है. इस प्लांट की हाइट लंबी है, इस प्लांट की हाइट छोटी है, राइट? जैसे कलर एक कैरेक्टर है. इस फ्लावर का कलर रेड है, उस फ्लावर का कलर व्हाइट है, उस फ्लावर का कलर पिंक है. शेप, दिस हाइट, कलर एंड शेप. इस सीड की शेप राउंडेड है, उस सीड की शेप स्मूथ है, उस सीड की शेप रिंकल है. These are the characters. This was the first term which Mendel used, and it is also today also used, right? आज भी जैसे character is a morphological and physiological feature of an organism. जैसे height, color, shape, ये characters हैं. यही 7 pairs of contrasting characters, right? Mendel ने अपने experiments में इस्तेमाल किए थे, which you have been already delivered, because हमने Mendel's experiments को हम हमारे previous video lecture में discuss किया, right? Now this was the first term, genetic term. Now come to the next one. Next was trait. बहुत सारे बच्चे कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं. What's the difference between a trait and a character? Trait is easily distinguishable feature of a character. Trait is an easily, are you getting me? An easily distinguishable feature of a character. Trait is an easily distinguishable feature of a character, such as if this is a height. What it is? Height. Height is a character. Let me write down here. Character, right? आप इस हाइट को कैसे पहचानोगे? You can identify it that tallness and dwarfness. This tallness and dwarfness, these are the traits of the character height. easily distinguishable feature of a character. How you can distinguish a character? If the character is height, how can you explain? How can you, explain the height? You can explain the height by saying that somebody is tall, by saying that somebody is tall, somebody is short. So, I say that trait is an easily distinguishable feature of a character. Trait is an easily distinguishable feature of a character, right? Now come to the third one. Third point which we use in genetics, right? We use gene in genetics. The term gene was given by Johansson. It was given by Johansson in 1909, right? To which factor was, Mendel was not knowing the term gene. His term for gene was a factor. The factors which were used by Mendel, which were taken into consideration by Mendel, are presently called as genes. What is this gene? What this gene is? It's the unit of, functional unit of inheritance. What's a gene? Gene is the functional unit of inheritance. Right? Gene is the functional unit of inheritance. What does this inheritance mean? If I will just tell you that heredity, I might have told you in my earlier video lectures, definition of genetics. Genetics is the study of heredity and, inheritance. Heredity and inheritance. Genetics is the study of heredity and inheritance. What is heredity? Heredity is the process of transmission of characters from parents to offsprings. Parents to offsprings. When characters are passed from parents to offsprings, this we call as heredity. तो फिर inheritance क्या हुआ? It's the process of transmission of characters from one generation to the next generation. Only difference between heredity and inheritance is in heredity we talk of transfer of genetic characters from parents to offsprings, while as in inheritance we talk of transmission of characters from one generation to the next generation, right? These genes are the functional units of inheritance, right? Where these genes are located? These genes are located on chromosomes, right? Suppose this is a chromosome. Chromosome possesses a construction that's known as centromere. To this centromere, there are attached your arms, which are known as chromatids. On these chromatids are located these genes. There is a vast concept regarding this chromosomes, genes, DNA. हमारा जो chemical basis, अभी हम physical basis of heredity पढ़ रहे हैं, ठीक है? When we will, be taking chemical basis of, heredity or genetics, then we will discuss the chromosomes, DNA, genes in detail. यहाँ पे मैं आपको कह रहा हूँ कि क्रोमोसोम में एक कंस्ट्रक्शन होती है जिसको सेंट्रोमियर कहते हैं. इस कंस्ट्रक्शन को आर्म्स अटैच किए गए होते हैं, उन आर्म्स को क्रोमेटिड्स कहते हैं, राइट? इन क्रोमेटिड्स पे यू आर सीइंग दीज genes are located. And chemically, a gene is a segment of DNA. If I will tell you, chemically, a gene is a segment of DNA. Gene is a segment of DNA called a cistron, which makes proteins. Suppose this is the segment of DNA. यहाँ पे आप you can see this is gene. ठीक है? It's a segment of DNA, and this segment is known as cistron, which makes proteins. Now you can, आपको मैं आगे लेक्चर्स में बता दूंगा कि क्या हर कोई सेगमेंट डीएनए का जीन्स पोजेस करता है, तो वो जीन्स क्या बोलते हैं, प्रोटीन बनाते हैं? नो, हर कोई नहीं, देयर आर नॉन कोडिंग एंड कोडिंग रीजन्स ऑफ डीएनए। हम वो आगे लेक्चर्स में डिस्कस करेंगे। सो यहां पे नक्सली मैं आपको बता रहा हूं कि दीज जीन्स which were called as factors earlier by Mendel. The term gene was given by Johansson, right, in 1909. Gene is the functional unit of inheritance. Inheritance is the process of transmission of characters from from one generation to the next generation. Whereas heredity is the transmission of characters from parents to offspring. Genes are, located on chromatids of the chromosomes. Chemically, gene is the segment of a DNA which makes a protein, and this segment of DNA is known as cistern, right? These are the genes, okay? These were the genes. Now come to the fourth one, that is allele. That is allele. That is allele. Fourth one is allele. Allele. Allele is an abbreviated form of allelomorph. Allele is the abbreviated form of allelomorph. Allelomorph, abbreviated form. The term allele was given by Batson. Who gave this term allele? Batson. Batson gave this term allele, right, in 1905. देखिए, अलील समझने से पहले एक बार फिर मैं आपको बता दूं, ये होता है कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ क्रोमोसोम विच इज नोन एज, व्हाट इज दैट नोन एज? सेंट्रोमियर. दीज आर टू आर्म्स. व्हाट आर दोज नोन एज? दोज आर नोन एज क्रोमैटिड्स. लेट मी राइट डाउन हियर. क्रोमैटिड्स. हमने क्रोमोसोम्स का स्ट्रक्चर इन डिटेल पढ़ना है, यहां पे मैं आउटलाइन बताता हूं. This is centromere, right? Centromere, right? Okay. And then we have another chromosome, because chromosome of having same physical appearance. That chromosome, this pair, this is homologous chromosome. Chromosomes always occur in pairs, right? Homologous pair. So this is the construction known as centromere, right? These are the arms of the chromosome known as chromatids, right? Chromatids, right? And on these chromatids are present the genes. Okay? Now I will tell you what is an allele. Allele represents, if I will tell you, allele represents the two forms of same gene. Two alleles represent the two forms of same gene. Two forms of same gene. You can also write alleles represent the forms of same gene, because sometimes more than two forms are there of a gene. Commonly there are two forms of same gene, but sometimes there are more than two forms of same gene, right? Such as multiple allelism उसको कहा जाता है. Blood groups of human beings is an example of multiple allelism. वहां पे हम लोग क्या कहते हैं कि there are more than two forms, ABAO blood groups. There are more than two forms of gene. So alleles are the two forms of same gene, right? Located on the same location or locus on the homologous chromosome. ये अब homologous chromosome पेयर है, ठीक है ना? एक जीन रेस्पॉन्सिबल है हाइट के लिए. इस जीन की टू फॉर्म, यानी कि ये और ये, राइट? इस पे टॉलनेस के लिए कैपिटल टी और ड्वार्फनेस के लिए स्मॉल डी, ठीक है ना, इनको हम एक ही जीन सॉरी एक ही जीन जो रेस्पॉन्सिबल है हाइट के लिए, उसकी ये दो फॉर्म्स हैं, राइट, एंड दे आर प्रेजेंट ऑन द सेम लोकेशन, सेम लोकस ऑफ द होमोलॉगस क्रोमोसोम. These are the alleles. Alleles represent two forms of same gene located on the same location or locus on the homologous chromosome. ये सेम लोकेशन पे, यहां पे और यहां पे, ठीक है ना, दो ऑल्टरनेटिव फॉर्म्स ऑफ जीन, दो forms of gene which are responsible for tallness and dwarfness, and these are both inherited as a single unit. These are both inherited as a single unit. These are alleles, right? Allele is the abbreviated form of term allelomorph. Batson ने ये term दिया था. What are these alleles? Alleles are the two forms of same gene located on the same location or same locus on the homologous chromosome. And these, such as, if we will consider a gene is responsible for height, right? This same gene responsible for height located on टू फॉर्म्स, इस सेम जी हाइट का जो फॉर्म्स है, दो ऑल्टरनेटिव फॉर्म्स, टॉलनेस एंड डॉर्फनेस, ये एक ही लोकस पे, क्रोमोसोम पे लोकेटेड है. तो ऐसी फॉर्म्स ऑफ ए सेम जीन, टू और मोर देन टू फॉर्म्स ऑफ ए सेम जीन present on the same location on the homologous chromosome, these are known as alleles. These are known as alleles. We can say that if we will see T and T, these are alleles of a character or gene responsible for height, right? These are alleles. Now come to other term that's known as wild alleles and mutant alleles. Wild alleles and mutant alleles. Wild alleles and mutant alleles. You see, let's discuss what wild alleles are. Those alternative forms, right, of the same gene. Wild alleles are those alternative forms of the same gene which are original alleles, which are naturally occurring alleles, which are widespread in their distribution. They are more common, right? Which are dominant, जो dominant होते हैं. These are wild alleles. Suppose in pea plants, tall pea plants represent the wild alleles. Why? Because they are original alleles. Because they occur naturally. Because they are more in number, widespread in occurrence. Because they are dominant. Right? Come to the mutant allele. Mutant allele is an allele which is not original, which is not natural. It has been formed by mutation. One. Number two, these are less common. ये उतने ज्यादा नहीं होते हैं. गार्डन में, मेंडल के गार्डन में डॉर्फ प्लांट्स की तादाद कम थी. And these are recessive in expression. These are recessive in expression. It's the difference between wild alleles and mutant alleles. Wild alleles, right, are those alleles which are naturally occurring, which are original alleles, which are very common, which are dominant in expression. Whereas mutant alleles are those alleles of the same gene which are not original, which are just formed as a result of mutation in wild alleles. They are not common and they are recessive in their distribution. These are some terms which we discussed it. And one more thing which I want to tell you, that when we say that tall plant, we cross a tall plant with dwarf plant, right? Like this. Tall is, represented by capital T. Dwarf is represented by small t. We don't write like this. We write, हम लोग ऐसे लिखते हैं, tall plants crossed with dwarf plants. I am telling you that if a tall plant, is crossed with dwarf plant, right? We normally use English alphabets, right? We use T for tall and small t for dwarf. ठीक है ना? But when we will make crosses, we will write double T crossed with double small t. आप वहां पे कंफ्यूजन हो जाओगे, कंफ्यूज हो जाओगे. It's because that each offspring receives two doses of a character or a trait, right? One from mother and other from father. It is the reason why if this is a tall plant, we can write double T, capital T, because it has two doses of this character of tallness or trait of tallness. One has come from male plant and other has come from female plant. One from mother and other from father. It is known as double dominant. Double dominant. When you will see in terminology double T, capital, it is double dominant. When you see double T but small, you will see that double recessive. ये बात है कि why we use T, capital T's, in case of tall plants, and why we use two lowercase t's in case of, recessive, in case of dwarf plants. This is double dominant and this is double recessive. Why? Because this tall plant has received two doses of a character, one from male parent and other from female parent. I hope that you might have, got something regarding today's terms. In our next, video lecture, we will discuss some more terms. Till then, bye. Thank you.